Okay, hi everyone. I'm in a place called Newsome Mills, which was a John Taylor textile mill from the 1800s. I think it said 1826, and it closed in 1983, and it's been abandoned ever since. Now I'm going to try and get in and have a look around. As late as 2016 the site was going to be demolished, but I think sort of the community generally has tried to save it, especially that clock tower, which deserves to be saved even though it's obviously seen better days. Now when I was looking online, it said it was quite a dangerous site, but it just looks mostly an abandoned site. Anyway, I'm going to try and get in. It would have obviously been a bigger site, and there's I'm guessing this was part of it. But yeah, let's have a look. Okay, it actually looks like there might be quite a bit from the road, but coming up to it, it looks like it's just a shell. So the tower's probably the most interesting thing. I'll see if we can get in that. There's actually a number of ways in, so it's not a secure site, which is probably why it's in such a mess. Okay, so I'm in the site. Right, I'll have a look in there in a minute. But I spotted this from the road. Oh, yeah, I can get in most of it. This established 1827, there you go, I thought it was 1826, 1827, Newsome Mills. I mean, it says beware of CCTV, but if they are, they're not doing a very good job. And there's literally nothing here. Well, let's have a see, there might be some interesting features. I mean, everything's obviously been shored up and then broken into again, which I don't know what this would have been. I don't know that it's worth going in. Let's have a look around the outsides first. Ouch. On the way in, I came up a road that I do plan on walking down. Because from the car, it looked like there was some interesting mills, but I've gone a way that I don't normally go to get to here, and there's just tons and tons of mill buildings. I mean, I'm not even exaggerating when I say I must have passed about 50 mills, all in use for various reasons. But once again, this is Huddersfield, isn't it? It's sort of textile history just still very much evident in the buildings that are left. Unfortunately, a lot of them are in use. Clearly this isn't one of them. Stood on like a pallet. Don't feel very safe. Ah, made it across. Bricked up window frame. Yeah, bricked up chimney. Fireplace would have been there, fireplace down here. Of course, debris and soil have raised the floor up. Original window frames. everything just burnt. So obviously there was a fire here, which of course, you know, there often is. If I can get round to that side. I don't know what it is about vandalising. I mean, obviously I was a kid once, and even then I enjoyed going in abandoned buildings. I never felt the need to set fire to them. So would this have been a staircase? Yeah, whenever that had been under the stairs, whatever. No, well, I don't know. Yeah, that must have been a staircase. Not a staircase now, is it? So can you see sort of similar names pop up with these mills? And it's difficult to imagine the level of wealth that the mill owners must have had. Or at least I think it is. You know, you knew they were rich. Bloody hell, just went flying. You knew they were rich. The level of money they must have had. And I know they were good mill owners. They were sort of I don't want to say good industrialists, good capitalists, but they were. You know, Titus Salt from Saltaire springs to mind. But generally, most of this money didn't see its way to the working class. All right, see if we can get in the tower. So I'm climbing through the window. If I'd gone in there, I could just walk through the door. So it's an old industrial lift. And a Victorian sofa. I mean, why is that in there? Right. So this is the first example I've seen in any of these of, you know, the stone staircase remaining. It does make things easier. And you can see they're all really worn down. Right, I was just going up the stairs and I had to come back down because there was someone coming who turned out to be another airbag set who was really cool. So I'm glad I met him. Told me a couple of other sites that might be worth looking at. But yeah, let's carry on. Yeah, here's the lift door. There's the pipe works. Okay. That's the. Is that? Have I just been in that? Or, yeah, that's the one I've just been in, isn't it? It's obviously been well used as a recreation site, hence the graffiti, the damage and the evidence of it having been. And someone had sex here, so good for them. that brick sort of arch, or arches, all the way along. I mean, they haven't worked hard to keep this bit safe, have they? Jeez. Again, these arch ceilings go on. Right. So he said you couldn't get all the way up, or you couldn't if you climbed. So that's obviously up to the clock tower, old steel. That stinks in here. Yeah, that's obviously the clock bit. Right, I'm not agile at all, but I'll give this a go. So I'll put the camera down. Well, that was an embarrassing failure. The bits that you can stand on are sort of stuck out at. So like you can get so far and then you can't get up to that bit, which is frustrating, really frustrating. Of course, with some, 19-year-old weighing 9 stone, it'll just fly up it. I'm way off both numbers, so it's not to be. I'm just having a second go. I started filming it to show that I have actually attempted and not just kind of bottled. Sorry I've bottled. I got to those steps because I was thinking if I can just get to those steps, you're pretty much just walking up. But then I realised it's not actually attached to anything. So anyway, I'm bald. There you go. So, I like this. 666, I am watching. They've drawn, I presume that's meant to be a pentagram, but they've actually drawn the Star of David. So, someone Jewish is watching, I guess. Which is less scary than the idea that Satan is. So I did actually bring a torch. So you can see right at the top. So, I wonder if there's anything back here. Oh. Does it go under the tower? No, it won't do, will it? Let's have a look. No, it doesn't. Okay. Okay, so let's look at what would have been the main bit. Looking for anything I could use as a ladder up there, like a ladder. So that's going to frustrate me now. I'll probably do what I did at Goldcar and have to come back. I'll see how it sits. That sits in my head. It's just nothing other than brick, is there? Alright, so there's the girders on this side and some pillars, which there isn't on that side. That's all just brick. But we'll have a look at those and then see if we can find anything else on site, and if not, see if we can find somewhere else to have a quick look at. There you go. Original ironwork and original pillars. All the way along. Something peeking there, but I think this is an outside wall, so I don't know what it will be. Yeah. Maybe a loading bay that's been bricked up. Anyway. So this is it from the road. I don't know that it's any more impressive. I do hope they can save it, but I mean, I suppose it's fairly strong with those concrete stairs, and that structure actually looks really robust, but everything else is going to have to go, isn't it? So when I was just looking in there, I thought it was next to the road, but it wasn't. There's this building here. So I had to come back in and have another look, and it doesn't look like it's going to offer anything else. But if you're going to do this stuff, you want to do it properly. Literally yesterday we came back from a trip to South Africa, and it's a bit difficult to adjust because it was so incredibly different. But if you did a walk like this, impala and kudu, and you know, if you're not paying attention, leopards kind of jump out at you, zebras. So I'll keep kind of expecting that to happen, which has got nothing to do with this, a mill in West Yorkshire. Okay, so trees going through it. So would have been the bathroom. Oh, would have been the toilets. I mean, I think we've established pretty clearly that I know nothing about how to build a building and architecture. But seriously, I don't know how you would bring this back to life beyond keeping the tower and building brand new for all the rest. I'm not even sure it's interesting. I don't know that this would have been an original part of it. So there you go. One last view of the shower. One last view of the tower. and then on our way.